Good afternoon, everybody. This is meteorologist Elijah Kirby, and we are live due to a new tornado warning that has just been issued here from the National Weather Service in Nashville. This tornado warning includes northern Bedford County, okay? Northern Bedford County. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we are live and up and at 'em, okay? So we do have a strong thunderstorm that is currently pushing through eastern Bedford County. This would include Wartrace and Normandy and Shelbyville, but this is not the main concern at this current time. It is going to be this storm right here, just to the east of, or just to the west of Chapel Hill. This is a supercell thunderstorm, and it has started its right turn and coming right at Unionville and Rover in northwestern Bedford County, okay? Pretty good rotation here showing up on the radar with the reds and the greens. We're looking at the Huntsville radar site. Might want to switch it over here in a second, but we're going to be looking at the Huntsville radar site here to start out anyway. And we have the reds blowing away from the radar and the greens blowing towards the radar. And right here, just outside of Chapel Hill, is where the possible tornado would be located at. Right along I think that's Highway 99? Is that what? Yeah, State Route 99 there, between 31A and 431 there outside of Chapel Hill. So this tornado warning is in effect for 35 minutes here. A Doppler radar indicated tornado, Rover, Christiana, Bell Buckle, Deason, Unionville, Chapel Hill, Fosterville, Rockvale, Wartrace, and Murfreesboro are included in this tornado warning. So, someone just asked about Bell Buckle. Bell Buckle is included in this warning. This tornado warning is just for northern Bedford County, okay? So, Shelbyville proper is not included in this warning. But I'm going to go ahead and open up the Chapel Hill camera here and see if we can see anything interesting. This is from the Marshall County EMA, and seeing a lot of low-level clouds moving off in the distance there, but other than that, just some heavy rainfall from what I'm seeing. So if you are in Unionville, if you are in Rover, if you are in Deason, if you are in Fairfield, and if you are in Bell Buckle, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. This tornado warning does include the Shelbyville Airport and Hospital as well. You need to be seeking shelter at this time due to this tornado warning. You need to be away from windows, the lowest floor of your building, if possible, and make sure that you put as many walls between you and the outside. Center room, lowest floor of your building is our tornado precautions that we take here in Middle Tennessee. So, again, we have some pretty good rotation here showing up right outside of Chapel Hill, and this is moving off towards the east, okay? So this rotation is moving directly off towards Unionville and will eventually come right up on, probably right down the 82 corridor towards Bell Buckle, okay? So you definitely need to be in your safe place. If you're in Unionville, Rover, Deason, Bell Buckle, Shelbyville Airport / hospital area. But this tornado warning does not include anyone in Coffee County. This tornado warning does not include the city of Shelbyville, even though the tornado warning or the tornado sirens are probably going off in the city of Shelbyville. This tornado warning does not include you. It also technically does not include Wartrace either. So we're going to be watching this storm very closely over the next little bit. I'm going to switch over to the Nashville radar site here and see if we can... Yeah, so it still looks like some good rotation off of the Nashville radar site as well. Going to go to the storm relative velocity. Yeah, still looks like some pretty good rotation there off the Nashville radar site, but I'm going to use the Huntsville one just because there's, not as much contamination from other storms here in the from the southeast. So Unionville is going to be up first. I'm going to see how fast this is moving. Okay, it's moving east at 50 miles an hour, okay? And on top of the on top of the tornado threat, I also am watching the potential for some large hail too. So keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to pull this storm track out here, moving at 50 miles an hour towards the east. And we have Unionville in 7 minutes, Longview 11 minutes, Midland 14 minutes, Deason 17 minutes, Fosterville 19 minutes, Bell Buckle 22 minutes, and then we're getting into Coffee County here with Noah at around 33 minutes. Okay, so this is a fast-moving storm, thankfully, but we still have to get through the worst of it here in Bedford County. So if you were in Chapel Hill, you need to be seeking shelter right now. The hook is coming over Chapel Hill right now. So this is where the tornado would likely be located, right here at the bottom of the hook. You had the warm inflow air coming in from the south, and then you have that storm cool air wrapping in on the backside, and then right there at the circle is where that tornado would be likely to form. And you can see a big, some scud lowering there from the Chapel Hill camera. That's showing us that there's a lot of low-level moisture being pulled up into the updraft. So this is a very, very strong thunderstorm, folks, and I want to make sure that everyone in northern Bedford County is taking their tornado precautions at this time, okay? So again, if you were in Unionville, if you were in Rover, if you were in Deason, if you are around the Shelbyville Airport or the Shelbyville Hospital, if you are in Bell Buckle, if you are in Fosterville, if you are in the Bedford County side of Beech Grove, Fairfield, you all need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and look here at the hail threat too, just since we have this up. We do have some in the pink shadings, or the purple shading, excuse me, could have some large hail falling up to $half size, which is just a little bit bigger than quarters. So especially there coming in along the 41A corridor between Unionville and Rover, this, we could have some up to $half sized hail moving in right now with this particular storm. So regardless of the tornado threat, there is, definitely a threat of some large hail with this thunderstorm. So keep that in mind as well. If you are in Wartrace, pretty much along and north of Horse Mountain Road, coming down through Wartrace, you are considered under the tornado warning, and I would be taking my tornado precautions at this time. Okay. Flat Creek is not included in this tornado warning. Lynchburg, Moore County is not included in this tornado warning, and Coffee County is also not included in this tornado warning. This is strictly a northern Bedford County threat at this time, okay? At this current moment, that's what we're watching here. So looking off towards the west, we do have, some more rounds of activity coming in. But I do want to stay centered in here on this tornado warning that we have across northern Bedford County, because that is the main threat at this time. So large hail likely coming down here between Longview, Taylor Crossroads, Cedar Grove, just to the north near Rover, Walnut Grove, Carter's Crossroads, Midland, Longview, all going to be seeing this large hail, potentially up to $half size here over the next, 5 to 10 minutes. You'll likely see some of that large hail falling. So even if we don't have a tornado on the ground, this storm is still severe. It's a strong supercell thunderstorm. We have lots of moisture available in the atmosphere for, hail development, tornado development, just all sorts of stuff today. So, if you're in any of those communities, Midland is also going to see at Fosterville, just north of Deason too. Probably going to get in on some of the larger hailstones here over the next, 5 to 10 minutes or so. And I do want to point out that I can't, there could very well be a wall cloud or a lowering here coming out of this storm. And this is crossing into Bedford County right now, okay? So it's about to come into downtown, I say in air quotes, downtown Unionville in the next couple moments here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the storm relative velocity so that we can see where, we have some of that rotation going on within this storm. The reds indicate winds blowing away from the radar, and the greens indicate winds blowing towards the radar site. And we're looking at Huntsville here. So right here is where that tornado could possibly be located at this current moment, okay? So this would include, I'm going to zoom down really low in here, guys, so I can get some of these street names, but Clem Creek Road, Cedar Grove Road, Buzzard Roost Road, and then coming down into Unionville, this would include places like Halls Mill Road, Old Pencil Mill Road, there's Clem Creek Road again. And this is all on the western side of Unionville, between Unionville and the Marshall County line, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go over here to the Bedford County EMA camera to see if we can see a lowering with this supercell thunderstorm. Probably not going to see much just because there is so much precipitation ongoing within this storm, which is fine. But yeah, so we're probably still getting some pretty large hail here from Rover over towards Midland, right across northern Bedford County, Walnut Grove, Carter's Crossroads. If anyone in those areas can hear the hail falling, or have any reports of the hail, once it passes and you come out of your safe spot, then feel free to send that to me, okay, in Messenger. So I just want to reiterate that this warning is just for northern Bedford County. This warning does not include Coffee County. This warning does not include Moore County at this time, okay? This severe thunderstorm warning, or this tornado warning, is only in effect for Bedford County. Lowering over by Horse Mountain Road. Okay, thank you, Josh. Yes, I'll put the tracker back up on it, and I'm going to track the tornadic circulation of the storm here. It's kind of lagging to the south of the parent, of all the precipitation. But this is moving at 50 miles an hour. Unionville, you might have 4 minutes. I'd say it's right on top of you right now, honestly. Longview, 7 minutes. Deason, 13 minutes. Fosterville, 15 minutes. Bell Buckle, 19 minutes. Noah, you have about 30 minutes if this tornado warning continues on into Coffee County, and Lakewood Park about 33 minutes, and Hollow Springs in 34 minutes or so. Okay, so I am getting some hail reports from Rover, so we're getting some confirmation that hail is in fact falling, especially across extreme northern Bedford County here. But again, the main concern that I'm watching at this current moment is going to be the tornado warned portion of this storm here, with this hook right outside of Unionville moving off towards the east, okay? So again, if you were in Unionville, if you're in Rover, if you're in Deason, if you're in Fosterville, if you're in Wartrace, if you're in Fairfield, if you're in Bell Buckle, you need to be seeking shelter at this time, okay? This is a tornado warning in effect. Thank you so much, Jamie, for the stars. So, clearing up in Rover. Thank you, Lori. Yes, this tornado warning is not in effect for Bedford County or for Shelbyville proper. Okay, this tornado warning is only in effect for extreme northern Bedford County, from Bell Buckle, Fairfield, Unionville, Deason, Rover. I've been nailing it in over and over again over the past couple minutes here. But so the large hail looks to be almost shifting up into Rutherford County a little bit, which is good news. But we still do have this potentially tornadic circulation here that I want to keep an eye on. So the rotation looks fairly broad right this moment, which is good news. But we still have the reds blowing away from the radar and the greens blowing towards the radar. And then likely right in here, there's no precipitation falling in this section of the storm, so it's a little difficult to get an accurate reading on the on the wind speeds within the deepest rotation. But we still do have the tornado warning in effect, and I want to make sure that everyone is taking this very seriously. Okay. Pea-sized hail on Bunker Hill. Thank you, Beth. Hail in Rockville. Thank you, Paul. So I'm getting some reports of large hail. Okay, I'm going to zoom back down here into the, where the worst rotation is going to go over. Okay, so Longview Road, Unionville Deason Road, right there where they come together outside of just to the east of Unionville. Unionville Deason Road again, Midland Road, especially between Peacock Lane and or Frank Martin Road and up towards Midland in southern Rutherford County. And a few of these other roads include Frank Martin Road, going to be right here outside of the airport there, and then Edie Road. Hopefully or Eddie or Edie, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's where the worst rotation is going to come through next. Okay, so the radar or the tornado warning has been updated here to include ping pong ball sized hail. So we could have even some ping pong ball sized hail falling here, especially across southern Rutherford County from Christiana over towards Versailles and Link in southern Rutherford County. But again, the biggest concern here that I'm seeing right this moment is going to be this tornadic circulation here. And it's looking pretty impressive right now from what I'm seeing on the radar. Very tight couplet here, just on the east side of Unionville, coming over Longview Road right now. So this will be basically following just along and north of Unionville Deason Road. If you were in Deason, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. This is some pretty tight rotation here showing up on the radar just to the east of Unionville. So right along Longview Road, and this is going to come towards Smith Road and Trott Road, and then of course here's Unionville Deason Road there that leads into 231 there, just south of the Bedford and Rutherford County line. Okay, so again, I can't stress this enough. This is a very dangerous situation here, for Unionville, Deason, and Bell Buckle. You need to be seeking shelter at this time, okay? There is, there's probably a lowering here. There could be a wall cloud with this, with this circulation, and there could very well be a tornado on the ground. I'm not 100% sure, and I hope no one is out looking at it right now or taking videos or pictures. But if you do have if you do happen to get a picture or video of it, please send that to me on a messenger, and I'll get that passed along to the weather service once we get off the live stream here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the storm track out again. We're going at 50 miles an hour here. This is from the tornadic circulation, okay? This is just the tornadic circulation portion of the storm. Deason, 7 minutes. Bell Buckle, 12 minutes. And Noah, 23 minutes, okay? So, again, Deason, 6 minutes. Bell Buckle, 12 minutes. And Noah in 23 minutes. Looks like the worst of the storm is over Longview right now. It's moving a little bit more northeastward within the past few scans here, but definitely could be seeing a tornado on the ground here on Longview Road and just south of the community of Longwood here in northwestern Bedford County. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and look at the correlation coefficient, just to see if we have any debris being lofted. I'm not seeing any clear signs of debris being lofted on the radar at this current moment, but this is a long way away from the storm, okay? So sometimes we can't rely on, the potential, debris being lofted for there being a tornado. Okay. So this is where the rotation is currently. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So this is right along Pepper Hill Road, coming up on the intersection with Midland Road here, Pepper Hill Road and Midland Road here in Longview and Midland and Fosterville, okay? Right at the Bedford and Coffee County lines. This is moving a little bit further north of due east here, okay? The reds and greens are winds pulling towards the radar, and the reds are winds pulling away from the radar. And right here would be where you have that potentially tornadic circulation, okay, right over Pepper Hill Road to the east of the Longview community in northwestern Bedford County. All right. I also want to check this out real quick. There seems to be another area of rotation. There could be a tornado on the ground right now just to the east of Haley in eastern Bedford County. There's some really tight rotation showing up there as well, but it's not tornado warned. So there's another circulation here in Haley that's very concerning right along Bug Scuffle Road. I'm not sure if they'll be putting out a tornado warning on that. I'm sure that they're looking at it. But along 269 here, just south of Red Hill Road, moving towards Union Ridge, you need to be seeking your tornado safe place at this time. There's a pretty stout circulation showing up just north of Normandy here within this radar scan. So this is the new development, and I'm going to keep an eye on that one. We really have two tornadic circulations here that are forming. But this particular one that is not tornado warned at the moment is going to be pushing up towards exit 105 Busy Corner in Coffee County. Okay, so this would be along Kathy Ridge Road and 41 Manchester Highway, and also down here towards Oak Hill Road in western Coffee County. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye out. There's still some pretty good rotation here showing up on the radar, and a pretty good hook too, just north of Normandy. So keep an eye on that if you live, especially 16th Model Road, Knob Creek Road there, near exit 105 in western Coffee County. Okay, so there's kind of two supercells that I'm watching right now, and you can see really with this one, this is a very impressive, little circulation here that we have showing up with this non-tornado warned, supercell thunderstorm that is pushing into Coffee County. So keep an eye. I'm going to keep an eye on that just to make sure. Okay, but I do want to keep an eye here on the main tornado warning, and this is the circulation is right along the Bedford and Rutherford County line, northern Bedford, southern Rutherford County, between Midland and Decent along Midland Road, and then also in coming up onto Fosterville, and may briefly re-enter Bedford County. But good news for Bell Buckle is that the circulation looks like it's pulling a little bit off to the north. So yes, sir, there is some rotation that I'm watching here, moving towards the east. It is not tornado warned at this moment, but there is some concerning rotation here that I'm seeing with this tornado warned storm, or this non-warned storm, I should say, right here just north of Manchester. Okay, so I'm going to look at the velocity data just again. Okay, tornado warning coming for southern Bedford and Coffee County. So they're about to put out the tornado warning. So this will likely include Manchester. So Manchester, your phones are about to go off. Normandy, your phones are about to go off. I'm trying to think. Noah, your phones are about to go off, and New Union, your phones are about to go off as well. So a new tornado warning is about to come out for that circulation that I was just talking about a moment ago here on the live stream. Okay. So we do have two circulations at this point. Here's the new tornado warning that just came out here. It'll populate on the screen here momentarily for us, and we'll. So, dark clouds with some circulation in the Pepper Hill Midland area just a minute ago. Thank you, Stephanie. So here's the new tornado warning for the circulation I was just talking about. So this tornado warning includes Normandy. This tornado warning includes New Union, Manchester, Noah, Pocahontas, up towards Deerfield Elementary School. Summitville is also included in this tornado warning. And Winton Town is also included in this tornado warning, okay? So this is a new circulation that I was just talking about here. And this is where the circulation is circled in blue. And I'll go down into some names here real quick. So 16th Model Road turns into Knob Creek Road coming into Wartrace. G. Sarton Road. Kathy Ridge Road. And right up towards Busy Corner, okay? Up Fredonia Road, you're probably getting some P to maybe up to quarter-sized hail here, but getting a little chaotic, to say the least here with the tornado warnings we have currently. But I'm trying to keep up with everything in a timely manner here, and I appreciate everyone sticking with me. So I do want to check on the tornado warning here for northern Bedford County. And this is for a tornadic circulation that is entering Rutherford County right now. So we have the reds going away from the radar and the greens blowing towards the radar. And right here would be where the tornadic circulation is located at. And this is pushing off towards the north and the east towards Christiana and Big Springs in southeastern Bedford County, or southeastern Rutherford County, excuse me. But I do want to take a minute to look at the tornado warning that we have in effect here for Coffee County as well. And I'm going to go back in time here just to see. The rotation was very, very strong between Haley and Union Ridge right along 269 just a couple minutes ago. But it's kind of died off just a little bit, but that could quickly recycle over the next few moments here. So we want to make sure that we're taking our tornado precautions. If you are in Manchester, if you are in New Union, if you are in Noah, if you are in Pocahontas, if you are in Summitville, you need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time. Okay, I am going to look at the correlation coefficient just to see if we have any debris being lofted, and there actually is there's a little correlation showing up within our debris product here, but I'm not sure if that's really debris being lofted or not. But either way, this storm is very dangerous and you need to be seeking shelter. If you are in Manchester, Noah, Busy Corner, New Union, Pocahontas, up towards Deerfield Elementary School, and Summitville. Okay? Shelbyville is good to go for the time being. Okay, I'm still watching some storms. There's, it's just it's a long night or a long evening of watching every storm possible. Okay, so we could also be seeing some up to quarter-sized hail here falling from State Route 53 over to 41A, just north of 231, or excuse me, just north of I-24, near Strauss Mill and Boynton Valley. I hope I said that right. But we still have this tornado warning in effect, and some pretty good rotation showing up as well here in western Coffee County along Cruz Hollow Road and Harrison Branch Road between I-24 and the Bedford County line. Okay. Pocahontas, you have, I'm going to actually do a storm track on it here so that we can get an accurate reading. Let me look at the. Okay, so this is moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. So we're going to go off towards the north. Okay, so Farrah Hill 3 minutes, Mud Creek 17 minutes, Summitville 19 minutes, Morrison 27 minutes. So I would say for you there in Pocahontas, I would give it about another 20 minutes or so. Okay, so this is definitely a very strong storm, capable of producing a tornado here over eastern or western Coffee County. It just come over top of I-24. So I-24 right around the NOAA area is where the rotation currently is, and this is moving almost directly towards Pocahontas. Okay, so if you're in Pocahontas along Highway 53 between New Union and the Cannon County line, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. State Route 280 comes in right just south of Deerfield Elementary School. Just, anywhere in northern Coffee County from NOAA all the way up to Pocahontas, Shady Grove, Mud Creek, Morrison, Summitville, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. I do think the circulation is going to stay north of Manchester. Okay, so north of Manchester, this tornadic circulation should stay. We do have a new tornado warning, if you can believe it. A new tornado warning has just been issued here for northern Coffee County, and this is for the storm that is coming out of Rutherford County. Okay, so this is going to be for this circulation here south of Christiana, and I kind of jumped off of it a little bit quickly, but it moved into Rutherford County fairly quickly. But we still do have the rotation here with the reds blowing away from the radar, the greens blowing towards the radar, and right here is where the tornadic circulation will be located, and this is moving off towards the northeast, and there it is, the new tornado warning. And I get to say it yet again. We like to have a little bit of humor thrown around here, even during some serious times, and just to keep keep everybody happy and feel like that they're safe. But my folks in Fudge Around, if you remember, Fudge Around, y'all are under this tornado warning here. Fudge Around and Beech Grove here in northeast or northwestern Coffee County are now included in this new tornado warning. So if you're in Fudge Around or Beech Grove, you need to be seeking your tornado precautions, seeking shelter at an interior room and away from windows at this time. Okay, for my friends in Fudge Around. But let's go ahead and go back here and look at the rotation on this tornadic thunderstorm here just north of Manchester, and we have the greens blowing towards the radar and the reds blowing away from the radar, and this circulation is moving up towards Pocahontas Road. So I'm going to zoom down into into some of these street names here just so we can get a good idea of what a few of these communities will be, or a few of these streets will be impacted. But Houston Thomas Road around Farrah Hill Road, Frizzle Lane. We also have Shelley Road, Fredonia Road, north of Manchester. Nat Hill is going to be impacted by this tornadic circulation. Those along Woodbury Highway near Nat Hill Road, State Route 280. Coming up into Pocahontas, okay? So here is the tornadic circulation on the radar right on the north side of NOAA, and this is moving off towards the northeast at 35 miles an hour, okay? 35 miles per hour. So, Keith, Manchester is included in the warning, but the storm is going to stay north of them, so that's fine. I just wanted to point that out. So let's look at this the rotation on this northern most tornado warning here that we have in effect for northern extreme northeastern Coffee County, including fudge around. Okay, so we'll look at the velocity product here and see where the worst of the rotation is. The greens are pushing towards the radar site, and the reds are pulling away. A little bit different than what we've been looking at with our Huntsville radar site, and it's moved on me. But rotation does overall look broad at this current moment anyway, and that could change. But for the time being, rotation does look fairly broad. But again, if you were in fudge around, you need to be seeking shelter at this time just to be on the safe side. Okay. So we want everyone to make sure that they're being safe about this. I'm also watching this other thunderstorm that is formed on the western side of Bedford County, just north of Lewisburg, and this storm could quickly become a severe warning as well. So heads up, Bedford, El Bethel, right outside of Shelbyville, could be getting in on the worst of this storm if it's moving due east. It might be moving a little bit northeast. It is moving a little bit more northeast. So this could be more of a Unionville and Rover problem. I apologize for not looking at the storm motion a little bit sooner with that. But anyway, as it concerns this tornado warning that we have in effect right now, we still watching some of this rotation here that is seen from the Huntsville radar site, located right along the State Route 53 corridor in northern Coffee County. Okay, so I do want to look at this. I want to look at this storm here near Farmington, because there is a little bit of rotation trying to get going here. But for the time being, I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But right now, Bedford County is good to go from any tornado warning. Okay, Moore County remains good. You're probably looking at me, watching this like I'm crazy. Not really seeing much in your neck of the woods, but you had your fun and games earlier today, too, with that tornadic supercell. So, still watching the rotation here with this tornado warned storm in northern Coffee County, but the rotation has kind of fallen off here over the last little bit, which is good news. So, I'm going to look at the chat room to see if there's anything that I missed. Structural damage has been reported in the Blackman area in Rutherford County. I'm about to get a phone call from UAH because there's a tornado warning for Huntsville. I guess they didn't take me off the call list yet, so I'm sure I'll be getting that here in a second. Sirens in Shelbyville again. There are no, the tornado warning should be allowed to expire here for Bedford County, at least for the time being here in just a little bit, okay? So I'm going to look again at the velocity signature, and not seeing much. The reds and greens aren't really meeting up there. So I think the rotation has fallen off just a little bit at least. But again, if you are in, if you were in Bedford County, we're all good for the time being, okay? But that doesn't mean that we don't have, the chance of of another one of these storms spinning up, something over the next little bit. And we do have a very strong thunderstorm here in just on the western border with Bedford County near Marshall County, or in Marshall County around Farmington, where 64 and 31A come together. And, could be getting some pretty good sized hail here over extreme western Bedford County, and this is moving off towards the northeast. So heads up Unionville and Rover and Longview, you have another storm coming to you, okay? Another storm coming to you. So, and the latest scan here has the hail core just inside the Bedford County line north of Sim Spring, and coming towards Halls Mill and Poplands Crossroads there. I do want to check this report because so there's a wall cloud. I have a very good picture of a wall cloud here over Normandy with that area of rotation, and could have had a very brief tornado touchdown actually in just north of Courtner Road in Bedford County just a little bit ago with this tornado-warned storm. So Pocahontas, you're almost in the clear here. Just give me a couple more minutes. Manchester, if I didn't mention it already, I think I did. I'm getting a lot of messages. So looking down at Pocahontas, the rotation is not all that great, but still getting some very heavy rainfall, lots of lightning, lots of thunder. But the worst of the storm is about to be over there in Pocahontas, okay? Manchester, you're good. New Union, you're good. Beech Grove, you're good for the time being. Anyway, for the time being, okay? Because we have to remember that, these are supercell thunderstorms, and we still have a lot of, or not a lot, but, some pretty good activity to get through here to our west, okay? So we're not in the clear from the... from the tornado, or from the tornado threat altogether, but at least for the current moment, as it stands right now, Bedford is good to go, and of course, Moore County continues to be in the clear. I don't know why I wanted to say Murfreesboro. You caught the hail in Franklin. Thank you for sharing. War Trace, you're good to go for the time being. Okay. So I'm looking. There's so much stuff coming across my screen right now. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to keep everything steady here while I look at this. Funnel cloud and rotation over my house at the Bedford Coffee County line. I have a video. If you have a video of the funnel cloud or rotation with this, with any of these storms, please send that to me over Messenger or to shelbyvillewx@gmail.com. shelbyvillewx@gmail.com. Okay. I'm not seeing any defined rotation. Every storm is spinning today. But right now, I'm really just seeing this as a, maybe some small to medium-sized hail here from Halls Mill to Poplands Crossroads to Fall Creek and Anchor Mill. But there is no immediate tornado concern right now. So keep that in mind. That they, could have all these storms are spinning like tops today. So we're just having to keep an eye on everything. This is just one of those days. So I'm going to look at this rotation one more time here over north. It's now northeastern. Northeastern Coffee County. And I'll look at the velocity data again. Rotation is picking up just a little bit here with the reds blowing away from the radar and the greens blowing towards the radar. And right here would be the the area of rotation, and that's moving. It's going to follow pretty much the Highway 55 corridor into Warren County. Okay, so just north of Summitville and into Warren County over the next few moments. But this storm is in western Bedford County is starting to perk up a little bit. I'm hearing a lot of thunder out behind me here. I'm in western Shelbyville. I'm just going to look and see if we can. Yeah, you can see the storm from the Bedford County EMA camera. But for the time being, this storm is not severe warned. So this is just a strong cell here that we're watching. Okay. So that's that's a little bit of good news. At least. So Unionville is good to go right this moment, but you do have a pretty strong storm moving just south of Unionville towards the northeast. Okay, so keep that in mind. But very dangerous supercell thunderstorm here going across the north, through northern Alabama. And then still watching a few cells here in western Tennessee as well, especially with the line. Now, I'll be honest, the line doesn't look overly impressive right now, but I'll keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it. So still just looking to see if we have any updates here. If you, I'm getting reports that a tornado come through Knob Hill Road, Knob Creek Road, Bedford Lake area. If you could send me pictures of that, that would be great. I saw the rotation. I reported on it as quickly as I could, but there was not a tornado warning out at the time. So if you have a picture or have videos, please send it to me in Messenger, or please send it to me on through email at shelbyvillewx@gmail.com. Okay, shelbyvillewx@gmail.com. So bell buckle on the 231 side is okay for the time being. Again, we're still watching. We're lots of lots of moving parts here, lots of storm cells to watch. So I apologize if I sound a little flustered at the moment. We're just trying to. I'm trying to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on everything and keeping everybody informed here. Saw rotation near my house on Highway 55. Couldn't get a picture. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Amber, for putting that in there. So, how's the next round looking for Coffee County? So I'll go ahead and talk about that since the rotation has moved out of Coffee County, at least for the time being. Still watching this developing storm cell between Unionville and El Bethel, but the line doesn't actually look overly impressive, at least our portion of the line. I'm going to check I'm looking here at the Memphis radar, and our section of the line isn't even severe warned right now. But we'll have to keep an eye out. There's still a lot of time that, that can change. And as we've already seen today, there's been a lot of big time stormage. So we'll just have to keep a close eye on everything going on here. So I'm going to check the Bedford County EMA camera again. Can't really see much of anything other than the rain shaft there. Oh, good cloud to ground lightning strike there from the courthouse annex looking northwest up 41A. So I do want to check on the tornado warning here in Coffee County again, and moving into Morrison. And it looks like the velocity signatures may have perked up again here just around Summitville here on along Highway 55 moving into Morrison. So if you're in Morrison, time to take your tornado precautions, okay? The green's moving towards the radar, red's moving away. And right here over Highway 55 there in Morrison is where we could have the potential tornado on the ground, okay? So be sure, if you're in Morrison, that you're in your safe place. I do not cover I do not cover Warren County. Excuse me, I'll get it out eventually. I do not cover Warren County, but those right along the Coffee Warren County line along Highway 55 still continue to stay sheltered over the next few moments. Bedford County has now officially been cleared from the tornado warning that was in effect. So there is no longer a tornado warning in effect for anywhere in Bedford County, which is good news. So I'm if you have any pictures or videos here of the tornadic circulation as it came over just north of Normandy, please send those to me, okay? The sirens in Unionville are going off. Don't know why. There's no tornado warning in effect at this current moment. So I'm getting a lot of videos, getting a lot of pictures. That's good. Getting ugly again out by Wheel. Thank you, Allison. So we do have this strong thunderstorm here, but it is not currently severe warned. I'm going to go ahead and look at the velocity data here. Not seeing much to write home about there. At least at this current moment, it is starting to, might be starting to get a hook going here. But at least for the current moment, there is not a tornado warning in effect. I'm trying to plug in my laptop because it's at 10%. No, my mic is plugged into the only slot that works, so I'm probably going to have to take a break. Hopefully, if this other storm doesn't get warned on for a moment anyway. So, I'm going to check on the tornado warning one last time here, and it looks like the tornadic circulation has moved out of Coffee County. Okay, and I'm starting to watch this new storm here that has, developed in a northern or northwestern Bedford County again, but this is moving directly over El Bethel, okay? I'm going to leave this in a loop, all right? And I will come back if I'm needed, all right? There's no tornado warnings currently in effect, no severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect, but that could change very quickly. So I'm going to get off the live or at least step away from the live for just a minute because I need to charge my my laptop, or I'm not going to be able to do this live stream at all. So there are no warnings in effect at this current moment. So I'm going to hop off for just a second, and I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I forgot I muted the audio on the streaming end. So we have a new tornado warning that has just come out here for northern Bedford County. Okay. So this is a wall cloud that we're looking at here from the Bedford County EMA Courthouse Annex. And you can see very clearly a lowering from the... Hopefully y'all are hearing me now. I think y'all should be hearing me. I think people are still filtering in. I apologize for yeah, okay. I apologize for the muted microphone there. But here is the wall cloud that we're seeing, very distinct wall cloud. And there might be a tornado on the ground. I'm not sure about that. Oh, yeah, very, very deep lowering there just to the west of Horse Mountain Road. Okay, so this is going to be along Airport Road, just to the east of 231. We could have a tornado on the ground right here. It's hard to tell with this Skynet view that we're seeing here, the Skycam from the Courthouse Annex. But we very well could have a tornado on the ground. If not, it's very close to being on the ground here with this very distinct wall cloud feature coming over the northern side of Shelbyville. Okay, so let me go ahead and zoom in here on the worst of the rotation. So this is going to be for the reds are blowing away from the radar and the greens are blowing towards the radar. This is directly over the Shelbyville Airport, okay? This is directly over the Shelbyville Airport. And right along Airport Road, and this is moving off towards the northeast. This will be moving towards Cascade High School, Cascade Elementary and Middle School, Fairfield Pike, Bell Buckle War Trace Road, Highway 269. We'll zoom in here on some of these other roads. Mink Slide Road, Adams Road, Benford Road, a few of the streets that are going to be impacted by this tornadic circulation as it continues to move off towards the northeast. Okay. Also Bynum Road along 269 just to the north, and you can see the circulation here is very defined. The reds blowing towards the radar site and the greens blowing away from the radar site. And right here along Mink Slide Road and moving basically parallel to Fairfield Pike here. So if you're in Bell Buckle, if you're in Fairfield, I need you in your safe place right now, okay? If you were in Fairfield or if you were in Bell Buckle, I need you in your safe place at this time. So let me go back here to the camera view and we will see, still seeing a very distinct lowering here coming over just on the backside of Horse Mountain Road. This is looking off the Courthouse Annex on the square in Shelbyville, and you can clearly see, very defined wall cloud. Could in fact be a tornado in progress here. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't want anyone to be outdoors trying to check it out. Okay, so again, Bell Buckle, you need to be sheltered. Fairfield, you need to be sheltered. War Trace, you need to be sheltered, especially if you live along Fairfield Pike here, coming up on Cascade Elementary and Middle School, and downtown Bell Buckle proper should be in their safe place at this time, okay? Here's a look at the supercell thunderstorm that we are tracking, and you can see the defined hook signature on this supercell, and it is pushing off towards the north and east, okay? So Bell Buckle and Fairfield, I cannot stress it enough. You need to be in your safe place at this time, okay? Shelbyville, you're about to be in the clear from this storm. It was very quick. We got it in and out of here, fairly quickly. It looks like they just moved the camera over a little bit, and still seeing a very defined lowering here. Do not play around with this storm if you were in Bell Buckle, Fairfield Pike. Around Cascade Elementary, Middle, High School, those areas, this is where the tornado, if it is on the ground, is going to be coming right through, okay? So Pocahontas, I feel like that it could impact Pocahontas if it stays together. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and check. So it's moving east at 40 miles an hour here. So I'm going to pull this out a little ways and we'll put it in at 40 miles an hour. So that'll put it at Bell Buckle in 6 minutes, Noah in 20 minutes, Hoodoo 22 minutes, Lakewood Park 25 minutes, and Summitville in 35 minutes. And I would say for you guys there in Pocahontas, around 35 minutes as well for y'all. Okay? Pocahontas is along US 280, or not US 280, State Route 280, Pocahontas Road. It turns into Shelbyville Road going towards McMinnville. So I'm going to turn that off for the time being, and still looking like a very stout storm here. If you were in Bell Buckle, seek your tornado precautions at this time, okay? This is not a storm to be messing with, all right? If you are in Bell Buckle, seek your tornado safe place right now. Bell Buckle, Bell Buckle, Bell Buckle. I don't know how many times I need to say it to, hammer it in your heads that you need to be in your safe place if you are in Bell Buckle, okay? Also, this rotation is coming towards Fairfield. If you're in Fairfield, you need to be seeking your tornado precautions. Beech Grove and Noah also need to be seeking your tornado precautions, okay? This is not a storm that we want to play with. This is a supercell, dangerous supercell thunderstorm, okay? Dangerous supercell thunderstorm. I'm not for sure that it's on the ground, but I don't want anyone to check, okay? You need to be taking this storm very seriously if you live in Bell Buckle and Fairfield, all right? So let's go ahead and I'm going to check around just to make sure nothing else is coming at us. It looks like this might be the last storm, at least for a little bit, before the main line comes in, if it does come in. So War Trace, the main rotation is going to stay just north of downtown War Trace, but still Cascade, Cascade Elementary Middle School have War Trace addresses, so there's a few areas up there that have War Trace addresses, and you definitely want to be seeking your tornado precautions if you're between Bell Buckle and War Trace along Highway 269. All right. So I circled the hook there on the radar, and pushing off towards the north and east. And at 35 miles an hour, I believe it is. Let me, okay, this is moving at 40 miles an hour, excuse me. That pin needs to go away. There's a pinned comment that says there's no warnings out. I don't know how to. I know there's a lot going on, Miss Christina. I know. The wall cloud is crazy looking, but I've not seen it on the ground. Thank you, Wesley, for the report. It's not storming outside. Well, I mean, it might not be where you're at, but it's definitely storming other places, okay? So, if you are... if you were a Bell Buckle, you need to be seeking your tornado precautions. And a Bell Buckle Fairfield, seek shelter. All right. The green's pushing towards the radar, red's pushing away. And right here is where we would have the tornadic circulation. Okay. So this storm is still very dangerous. At this time, I do not see it. I don't see it being on the ground. And there have been reports that it's just a low-hanging wall cloud, which is still very Oh yes, Chandler said we need to figure out how Fudge Around is doing. So, Fudge Around is in this tornado warning. I think the worst of the storm or the worst of the rotation will likely stay south of Fudge Around. But Webb's Jungle, not sure, I haven't really heard of that before, but Webb's Jungle down to Bell Buckle, probably getting some good sized tail. This is going to be come up along exit 97 there, I-24 Beech Grove. And yeah, I mean, this is just this is a very dangerous thunderstorm. Not really, don't really want to sugarcoat it. And if you are in Bell Buckle or Fairfield, you need to be seeking shelter right now. Fudge Around, Noah, and Lakewood Park and Beech Grove, you're next up. So Noah, 14 minutes, Lakewood Park, 21 minutes, and Summitville, 31 minutes, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here with this tornado warned supercell that is pushing through right now. Still not seeing, or I guess the rotation has slacked off a little bit, which is good news, but still, you know, we have the tornado warning in effect, and looks like the storm might be trying to pull a little bit further towards the west, compared to or pull a little bit more towards the east compared to northeast. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I'm trying to plug in my. Okay, nope. Sorry, technical difficulties. While I attempt to plug in this. Okay, nope, it's not going to work. So I have 9% battery. I'm going to go as long as I can, and hopefully we'll be on the other side of this here in just a little bit. So. Shelbyville, you're in the clear from this particular storm. Shelbyville's in the clear from this particular storm. This is a Fairfield, Bell Buckle, Northern War Trace into Noah Beech Grove threat at this point, okay? So you can come out of your safe place if you were in Shelbyville. But again, we could have more storms coming. You know, it's just a lot of stuff going on right now. So. Yes, the tornado sirens are likely going off. Excuse me. No, Shelbyville is not clear for the night. Manchester, this will likely stay just north of you. If I was in New Union, I'd be, you know, taking my tornado precautions just to be on the safe side here, okay? Knob Creek Road and War Trace should be okay, but you know, to be on the safe side, I would probably at least be indoors if possible. But yeah, my laptop does not like the tornado warnings today, and I had it on 100% just, you know, 2 hours ago. So Shelbyville is in the clear, okay? Bell Buckle, give me a little bit more time. All right. Give me a little bit more time if you're in Bell Buckle. And still watching the rotation showing up here on the radar. Not overly impressive at this moment, but these storms have been pulsing up and down in strength over the past the past hour or two. So I'm going to do this, pull this out again at 40 miles an hour. So Noah, 9 minutes, Lakewood Park, 16 minutes, and Ivy Bluff in 24 minutes, okay? So that's what we're looking at with timing on this cell. And lots of lightning ongoing with this severe thunderstorm. Lots and lots of lightning. So that indicates that this storm is very strong. Right along exit 97, I-24 probably getting some nickel to maybe quarter-sized hail, all the way from the 82 junction all the way up to 24 into Beech Grove, probably getting some nickel to quarter sized hail. And then, of course, we do have the tornadic circulation here going almost directly over Fairfield and pushing off towards the east. So this is going to go between Noah and Busy Corner and Boynton Valley and New Union. Okay, we'll also be seeing this tornadic circulation over the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. I'll be right back. I'm going to plug up my phone. I'll be right back, I promise. All right, I'm back. So the tornado threat for Shelbyville has ended for the time being. Excuse me. We're still under the tornado watch, and other storms could in fact form, but for the time being, the tornado watch has been canceled, or the tornado warning, the tornado warned storm has moved out of Shelbyville. Okay, so that's good news here with this storm, if there is any. But we're still keeping a close eye on it here. Moving between Fairfield and Noah. The rotation is pretty hard to find at this current moment. But likely still having some rotation with the reds moving away from the radar and the greens moving towards the radar site. And somewhere right in here, there's not very much, precipitation with this precipitation falling with this particular cell right this moment within the rotational area. So we aren't getting a good look at the velocity signatures, unfortunately. But I still think that there could be the potential is there for a tornado to be on the ground here. So I'm So the good news here is that the line off to our west is on a downtrend. So they're not currently going to be issuing any downstream severe thunderstorm warnings. So that is good news. I'm going to go back here so I can see the comments rolling in. Rotation went right over us about 3 minutes ago on Highway 64 East near Hawkins Paving. Thank you, Anna, for the report. It's bad in Beech Grove by the interstate. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that, considering we have some, some purple pixels showing up in here. Could have some nickel to quarter sized hail, for sure, here in. Do you think the storms will come from Alabama to Moore County? I don't currently see that as a big threat. That particular tornado warning will stay south of Moore County. Rotation high up over us on White Road and War Trace. Thank you, Miss Beth. Yeah, lots of rotation with this storm. Not sure if there's anything on the ground, but still be taking your tornado precautions, especially if you're in NOAA. This rotation is about to come right over top of you. Boynton Valley, New Union, Pocahontas, Mud Creek, Summitville. Okay, so this. This is where the worst of the rotation and worst of the storm is going to be coming over. And again, could be having some nickel quarter-sized hail along State Route 280 between Pocahontas and Beech Grove right now as well. Yes, thank you for all the pictures and videos I've been getting on Messenger. I have a lot of messages to go through, so it might take me a little bit, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it. Now, Miss Sarah, where is Kickapoo at? I'd like to search that one up. I don't think haven't heard of that one yet. So we'll stay on this tornado warning. Still probably have some low-level rotation, but again, it's hard to tell with the lack of rain that's falling here over north or within the rotation area. It's hard to pick up on some of those brighter pixels. But still, right over NOAA right now on US 41 is where we're seeing the worst of the rotation. If I want to stay live, I'm going to have to cut my microphone for a little bit, unless I can figure something out real quick here. Okay, there is a microphone on my laptop. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I want to be able to stay live with this, so I'm going to try it, okay? And we're going to... Hello. Okay, I think I've... Okay, I think I've got... I'm on a different microphone, so I'm sorry if it's a little... if it's not the best audio quality in the world, but I want to be able to stick on this tornado warning, even with the my microphone having or my laptop being low on battery. Sorry. So let's go ahead and look at the rotation again. Still seeing the reds and the greens close together here, directly over NOAA in along US 41, and this is pushing off towards the east. Okay, pushing off towards the east at 40 miles an hour. I'm going to go ahead and do a storm track on this here. My phone is absolutely blowing up. Okay, so we'll. I want to keep on this warning. So a NOAA 0 minutes, like I said, and Boynton Valley 5 minutes, Summitville 17 minutes. Okay, for this tornadic circulation that is moving off towards off to the east at 40 miles an hour. Okay, across northeastern Coffee County. So down here at the street level, Farrah Hill Road, Cemetery Road. This is going to be Fredonia Road right here, and Lewis Perry Lane, C. Anderson Road, just a few of the areas that will be impacted by this tornadic circulation, okay? And they have trimmed back the tornado warning, so it no longer is in effect for Bedford County. So the tornado warning is no longer in effect for Bedford County. We do have some light to moderate rainfall moving in. but nothing severe with this activity from what I can see. I don't expect this this massive rain here to be severe. And honestly, the way the line is shaping up right now, we might not have very much else to talk about the rest of the night. Just because these three supercells or four supercells that have cut through the area have really, cut back on the available energy that we have for severe weather. So, um, wind picking up in Lakewood, yeah, you're getting some good rain, some a little bit of hail too. Nat Hill and Hoodoo there along State Route 280 between Beech Grove and Pocahontas. Probably getting some nickel to quarter-sized hail. And then, of course, we do have the tornadic circulation here with the wall cloud, rotating wall cloud. The lowering comes out of the base of the storm there, coming into Boynton Valley and just north of Busy Corner along exit 105 off of Interstate 24. So it's going to come just north of New Union along State Route 53 near Fredonia, just north of Fredonia, and then move off towards Summitville and eventually into Warren County if they keep this tornado, or if they extend this tornado warning into Warren County. Okay? Yeah, Tullahoma is all good from this particular tornado warning. Okay, Tullahoma is all clear from this particular tornado warning. Yeah, Lakewood Park, like I said, was getting getting some good-sized hail, maybe some stronger wind gusts, but the tornadic circulation is south of Lakewood Park around State Route 53 and exit 105. Bedford County, again, is all clear from this particular storm. Still not all clear from the the overall threat. But this particular storm, Bedford County is in the clear. I do not believe that it is on the ground at this current moment. So you can see the hook signature here. You got the warm, moist air coming in the south side of the storm, and then you have the rain cold air wrapping back around, and this is where that possible tornadic circulation will be located at. But it's a little raggedy right now, but could with signatures like these, you could have a brief spin up like we've had, the past few hours here with these supercells. So Normandy, this will go north of you. The tornado warning wasn't even in effect for Normandy. So hail in Lakewood, thank you for the report. Nat Hill and Fredonia, this is where the tornadic circulation is going to go just north of Fredonia. Just north of Fredonia. And this is where the possible tornadic circulation will be located at, right there in that hook. And this is pushing off towards the east, okay? Sorry, it's being a little, the streaming stuff is being a little laggy right now. It's having to deal with getting power to it. My laptop is getting powered up, charged, at the same time as doing the live stream, and it doesn't know what to think. Yeah, to tornadic circulation or rotation over Coal Ridge, definitely wouldn't be surprised by that. Especially with the because I was showing the live stream camera um, from the courthouse annex just a little bit ago, pointed off towards the northeast, and there's a really good wall cloud associated with this tornado warning. So, okay, and there's the newest radar scan, and it's kind of falling apart there. Still probably getting some good sized hail here along State Route 280 at the Coffee Cannon County line coming into Pocahontas. But the tornadic circulation is going to go just south of you between Mud Creek and Summitville. Mud Creek and Summitville. Bedford County is not in the clear for the rest of the night. Still watching additional activity just to be on the safe side. So Bedford County is not in the clear at this time. So no one is in the clear for the rest of the night from the severe weather threat. I believe our severe weather threat is trending down after this tornado warned storm passes, but we still have to keep a close eye on these storms here. Thank you for the stars, Lauren. Hail on Paul Harrell at State Route 280. Thank you for the report. Hail in Pocahontas. So definitely getting some of those hail reports in. And again, this is where these purple shadings here show up on the radar from Midway and Cannon County down to Pocahontas, and then extending over towards Summitville as well. But still keeping a close eye on the rotation. Not seeing anything overly impressive at this current moment, but that could change. So if you're in Summitville, Mud Creek, Shady Grove, especially, you need to be seeking shelter at this time, just to be on the safe side, okay? Pocahontas, the tornadic circulation is going to go south of you in Pocahontas. So still, oh, I just realized that my thing isn't 100%. Okay, there we go. So looking at the rotation again, still not seeing anything overly impressive other than this hook here. We're still getting pretty good inflow into the storm from the south, but just not overly impressed at this current moment here with the velocity signature. If you're just now joining us again, Shelbyville is all good for the time being. Bedford County is all good for the time being. Moore County is all good for the time being. Northern Coffee County, stick with me, until this storm passes, and then we might be able to get off the live stream for a little bit, maybe. Yeah, so that might be some good news here. But overall, this tornado warned storm definitely looked a lot more impressive a little bit ago. Yeah, there's heavy rainfall moving through Shelbyville, Central Bedford County, Central and Western Bedford County, I should say, but nothing severe with this activity. Okay, nothing severe. I don't understand why the sirens are going off. The tornado warning is not in effect for Bedford County. Um, not sure why the sirens are going off in Bedford County right now. There's no tornado warning in effect in Bedford County. I'm going to zoom in here on the rotation again just to see. Looks a little bit more defined now, but it's probably about 5 minutes away from moving into Warren County, near Morrison, about the same area where the last one moved in. So again, if you're in Summitville, Mud Creek, Shady Grove, need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. Sirens do not go off in Bedford County for a severe thunderstorm warning. Sirens are only sounded for a tornado warning in Bedford County. The state issue a warning of the area. Not sure what that means. Not sure what that means. There is no warnings in effect for Bedford County, so we're good to go there. Just sticking with this rotation here with the tornado warning we have in northern Coffee County around Summitville. Okay. There is no warnings in effect for Bedford County. No warnings in effect for Bedford County. At this current moment, anyway. Beech Grove, you're good to come out of your safe place, yes. Fudge Around, Hoodoo, Nat Hill, Noah, Busy Corner, Boynton Valley, Balcom, and New Union are in the clear from this tornado warning. Really just waiting to get through Summitville here on the eastern side of Coffee County. Power flashing of Pocahontas, thank you for the report. Yeah, there's a few counties that do that, and I can't say that I necessarily agree with some of those. But in Bedford and Coffee, I know for sure it's only sounded for tornadoes. Easing up in Lakewood, thank you for the report. And just earlier, I would like to point out that there was a good chance that there's a tornado that touched down just north of Normandy, near Bedford Lake, Red Hill Road area. There was a pretty stout rotational signature, and I have some videos that I'll be sharing over the next few hours here of that. Manchester is clear from this particular tornado warning. There's heavy rainfall, there's some lightning moving in, but I'm not seeing anything overly impressive off to our west at this point. I'm still not giving the all clear just to be on the safe side, but of course, I'm gonna keep on putting out info as it comes. So I do want to point out that a new tornado warning is coming out for Coffee County. So this will be for this rotation here. Not sure how far south the warning will go, but it's for the rotation over Summitville. Okay, and it just came out. Yeah, so here's the new warning. Your phone might be going off again in Pocahontas, New Union, but don't worry. The tornado threat has ended in New Union and Pocahontas. This tornado warning is specifically for Summitville. The rotation is directly over Summitville. Okay, and moving off towards the east will come between Morrison and Biola in Warren County. All right. So that's what I'm watching right this current moment. Aaron, please, or Brittany, please send me your videos if you have any videos. Yeah, another warning. So that's for this this hook right here moving off towards the east at 45 miles or 40 miles an hour. Excuse me. Moving east at 40 miles an hour. So I'm going to do another storm track on it here off towards the east, especially in Coffee County. And we have Summitville right now, and then Bryan Mill, that might be in Warren County. No, it's in Coffee County. Bryan Mill in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to look at the rotation again. It's still there with some with the reds and greens. Reds moving away from the radar, greens pushing towards the radar site, and then right in here, just north of Summitville, about to move over Highway 55 and into Warren County. So this would include roads like Shady Grove Road, Smith Road, the Caney Fork and Western Railroad goes through there, D. Sane Road. There's Shady Grove Road again. So Shady Grove Road and Smith Road and D. Sane Road are, the main areas of concern with this particular tornadic circulation in Coffee County. And again, this is moving quickly off towards, or not quickly, but it is moving off towards the east. Just watch the rotation between New Union and Summitville. Thank you, Peyton. The rotation looks like it's starting to pick up here with this tornado warned cell right over top of Smith Road here, just north of Summitville. And the reds moving away, the greens moving towards the radar site, and right in here is where the possible tornado would be located at. All right. So you need to be taking your tornado precautions if you are in Summitville, if you're in Morrison, in Warren County. Not seeing any signs of debris being lofted, which is great news, but still, could very well have a quick spin up tornado on the ground here. It's really perked up in the past few moments, coming into Bryan Mill and Fountain Grove in northeastern Coffee County. Yes, this tornado warning is in effect because we have a new warning that was put out and goes all the way off onto the other side of the plateau, pretty much. But it's moving off towards the east, and should be out of Coffee County here shortly. Tullahoma is all good from this particular um, tornadic circulation. This is just for Summitville and Morrison in um, or Summit between Summitville and Morrison in extreme northeastern Coffee County at this point. We've tracked this rotation ever since it came over um, Shelbyville, the western side of Shelbyville. I saw the wall cloud myself with this supercell, and it looked very impressive. So, definitely take this storm seriously if you are in Morrison and Summitville, Fountain Grove areas. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of heavy rainfall. Across a lot of Bedford and Coffee County at this point, and portions of Moore County as well. But our main concern here is this tornado-warned supercell that is moving into Warren County, and thankfully it is moving out of our coverage area. But my good friend at Upper Cumberland Weather will be tracking it for Warren County. We'll, it's not second rotation, it's just a continuation. Yes, just a continuation of the current tornado warning that we have. So, I'm going to give this one more scan here. And then I'm gonna stay live, but I'm not going to be talking. I'm just going to have it radar loop, and I'll answer, answer your questions, and let y'all know. The Huntsville storms are not going to impact Shelbyville. Those will stay well to the south of our area. Is Shelbyville good between Lynchburg and Fayetteville and Shelbyville? Yes, for right now. I mean, I've tried to be as clear and concise as I can be. With saying that for the time being, that anyone in Bedford County is in the clear. And most in southern Coffee County are in the clear as well for the time being, anyway. And Moore County as well. Just not seeing anything overly concerning at this current moment. There also is a little bit of rotation here, showing up around Busy Corner. Again, I feel like I've said Busy Corner 50 times today. But exit 105 there might be a little bit of rotation, but I don't know if there's any chance of that producing a tornado because it's in the middle of some stratiform rain. But good news is that the tornadic circulation has exited Coffee County. All right, so for the time being, there are no warnings in effect, or there are no storms worth monitoring in Bedford, Coffee, or Moore County. But again, that could change over the next little bit. I'm going to continue watching. And I'm going to have this live for just a little bit longer here. I've got some stuff to look at myself. I think there was a tornado that went through Huntsville, so I need to make sure that all my friends in Huntsville are safe. But I'll pop back on here in just a little bit, and we'll. I'll be back if needed. Okay. So again, no tornadic storms in the area right this moment. But I'm keeping a close eye here on the activity. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be back on here in a little bit. But again, you can come out of your tornado safe place if you were in Warren, or if you are in Coffee County now. And Bedford County, you could be out of your. Actually, I'm going to cover this. There could be yet another tornado in progress here. This is very tight rotation. I said that I was going to get off, but some very tight rotation is just shown up here on the radar. Right outside of Busy Corner, right there along where 16th Model Road comes into 41, and Blanton Chapel Road comes into 41 right here, Murfreesboro Highway, and this circulation is coming directly over I-24 right now, moving towards New Union, okay? So there's not currently a tornado warning in effect for this circulation, but it looks fairly impressive. Fairly impressive here on the radar. I'm looking through the debris just to make sure that not seeing any debris being lofted, which I don't right this moment. But yeah, there's a little embedded supercell within this line, and you can kind of see the hook, and this is where the rotation is located right here. So that's interesting. Yeah, the bright oranges moving away from the radar, darker brown colors moving towards the radar side, and right here, directly over I-24, just south, or I guess I should say just east of the exit 105 Busy Corner, is where this possible tornado would or is located right now. And this is moving very quickly towards New Union, okay? And, this is just everything is spinning like a top today. But there's another good look at the rotation. And, I understand that there's not a warning in effect right now, but, if anyone on here is from Fredonia, anyone on here in Fredonia, if you've seen any heavy winds, anything like that, please let me know, because we probably already had one unwarned tornado today. So I want to, to make sure that we're keeping a close eye on everything that we can, just to be on the safe side. Scott, where is Forest Mill at? Okay, I see you there. So Scott was asking, you think it will go over our heads or up past a bit? This particular rotation outside of Busy Corner will go north of your area. So again, here's the rotation. It's gotten a little bit more broad, so that's good. But I wanted to stick with it for just a second, just to make sure. And I'm going to continue to watch cells while I have this going, just to make sure. Just to make sure that that I'm staying on top of things. Because like I said, we have had a few unwarned circulations around today, including a potential tornado in right outside of or just north of Normandy. So I want to make sure that we're keeping a close eye on everything here. So with that being said, I am going to just put it in a radar loop for right now, and I'll come back on if it's needed. Hopefully I won't need to, but the the immediate tornado concern for Bedford Coffee and More is over for right now, and I'm going to keep a close eye on everything. Okay. There could have been a tornado right outside of War Trace just about an hour ago now, but there is not one currently now. So my yeah, the nothing to be immediately concerned about right this moment, and I'll continue to have this on and maybe post a few updates too on the Facebook page. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been meteorologist Elijah Kirby, and I will be back on if and when needed. All right, everybody, this is meteorologist Elijah Kirby. I am giving Bedford Coffee and Moore counties all clear from the severe weather threat tonight. Some heavy rainfall remains in a few areas, but we should be done with the severe weather threat. I will have a post out here momentarily, giving the all clear. And if you have any damage reports or any pictures, please send those to me through my Facebook page or on YouTube, on email. Sorry, I'm very tired if you can't tell. But thank you guys